Hey everyone, so if you like what you're going to see, my website is tomberkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. So I'm just going to make something up, totally unscripted, impromptu, got a few ingredients out here, I might think of a few more things along the way, and feel free to chime in if you've got some ideas on how to make this even better. The parameters that we're going to be working inside of is it's going to be completely plant-based, no animal products or byproducts whatsoever. So far I've got cayenne pepper, got some hemp seeds, have an avocado, some raw onion, some beautiful dark leafy greens, organic, high cabrina, and some kidney beans, organic, and some of these beautiful Ezekiel tortillas. I like Ezekiel because they're flourless, they absorb very slowly into the bloodstream, which minimizes the effect of insulin, because the more insulin that your body secretes, the faster the aging process, and the more fat you can gain, and networks open up for growth hormones that induce cancers and so on and so forth. So the idea of a good diet is to minimize the effect of excess insulin secretion. Also good for preventing and just making diabetes impossible, which is a good thing. Hi, Stacy. All right, so first, well, I guess I better get this thing open. Now, when I do beans, this is something I recently learned. Beans are okay to get canned because they're not acidic, so they don't need to line the inside of this can with a chemical. I forgot what it's called. So these are fine, but like tomatoes, for example, never get canned tomatoes because tomatoes are highly acidic. So they have to line the inside of the cans with this chemical I can't remember the name of. It's very toxic and poisonous to human health. So anything that's high acidic, do not get canned, ever. Hi Courtney, hi Dean. The beans are totally good canned. Alright, so I'm going to open this up. When I do beans, I get organic, whenever possible, because pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, when stuff grows in soils that are contaminated by the pesticides and so forth, it doesn't just get on the surface, so you can't just wash it off. It gets into the flesh of the fruit, the produce, whatever, gets inside the seeds, all the parts that you eat. You can't wash it off. And the pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, all of those have, cause more secretion of insulin, which speeds up the aging process and all the problems associated with that. And it's also highly inflammatory. So when I get my canned beans, I will actually, hi Courtney, hi Denise, I will actually rinse them off. I'll put them in a colander like this, and move my camera over here so you can see what I'm doing. Hi Linda. So I'll rinse them out because I want to get all the salt out and whatever else they might have packed in there with this. So I just rinse it off really good in the sink. This is probably going to be the only part of my burrito that's going to be cooked. So the beans obviously were already cooked because it's canned, but I'm still going to warm them up a little bit in just a regular saucepan. On a low heat just for a couple minutes. These don't take long. Low heat wooden spoon. I love the wooden spoons that have this edge right here, this flat edge, because that way we can scoop around the sides just fine. Makes it a lot easier. So I'm just going to warm up the beans. Other than that, everything is going to be raw on this. Go back down here, and I'll start with my burrito. I'm probably going to have at least a couple of these things. So these Ezekiel tortilla shells. Ezekiel because they're flourless, and they digest very slowly into the bloodstream, minimizes insulin secretion, which is an anti-aging concept, because the more insulin your body secretes, the more rapidly you age. Who wants to do that? Hi, Susan. I think I already said hi. All right, I need to get my knife. Here's how I do an avocado. I was shown this by a Mexican, so I know this must be the right way to do it. Hi, Carrie. just like so. I have it like this. Then the pit, I will actually hang on to the pit because I have a Vitamix. A Vitamix blender is one of the only blenders that will pulverize this. You put this into a smoothie, and this has got somewhere between 5 and 10 times the fiber density of anything you could ever possibly eat. Extremely anti-cancerous. It's very cleansing. There's so much nutrients packed into this, but there's hardly anything that can pulverize it. A Vitamix happens to be one of them. It's also like a $500 or $600 blender, but damn it, that thing is worth it. So I will save that for a smoothie that I'll make later. Hi Missy, hi Shannon. Okay, so from there, how do I get this out? Get a wide spoon, and I simply scoop it out like this. And this only works really well with a ripe avocado. By the way, the avocado is a fruit. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know it until, I don't know, not that long ago, a couple of years ago. Scoops out perfectly good. Now from there, if I'm going to do little slices for tacos or whatever, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to do little slices for tacos or something, I could simply take a knife and just start wedging it. But for this, actually I might as well show you. This is not easy to do with one hand while I hold this. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a tripod. Set this back up so I can be hands-free again, because that is really difficult. Well, good morning, Carrie. Oops. Well, good morning, Carrie. Thanks for that. Okay, so then now I got these beautiful avocado wedges. Oh my. Also, what you can do, if you're going to do like a sandwich spread or a burrito spread, you just scoop it out like this with a spoon, and just right off the bat turns it into this beautiful creamy consistency like this. I can spread with a butter knife or with a spoon onto the slice of Ezekiel bread or Dave's Killer bread or the burrito, and you just sort of spread it on there like that, and it's a real cool, cheesy, smooth, creamy consistency that just spreads on. It is so good. So typically I will put that on first. The reason being is because I like to put cayenne pepper on it. And this will cause the cayenne pepper to stick. It will bind to the avocado spread. So here's my cayenne pepper. Hey Dave. Michelle, nice to see you. Who else is here? Elise. Burritos. Damn right. Hi Aaron. Lots of people here. Cool. So now when I put cayenne pepper on, it's gonna stick, man. Yummy. Well, my beans are plenty warmed up, so I'm going to put that on next. Plenty of beans, man. I love beans so much. A friend of mine was telling me she was on this cleanse from this person, apparently who's a nutritionist, and he said, cut beans out of your diet. And I said to her, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Me personally, whenever somebody says for a cleanse or a weight loss goal or a detox, if they say cut beans out of your diet, I stop listening to all of their nutritional advice immediately. It's just me personally. Beans are amazing. What I've learned recently about beans is that they do not allow, beans and mushrooms both actually, they do not allow fat cells or cancer cells or tumor cells to grow. Beans specifically, I think they're what, 22% protein? But beans, I think 80% of everything pass through the body because its main function with its fibrous content and so on, as it goes through the lower intestines, it creates this this bacteria. I can't remember what it's called. This filmy bacteria stuff that's supposed to line the lower intestines so that everything passes through. You have healthy bowel movements, and it just helps the body get rid of waste. So it's a perfect for cleansing. So when someone says don't use it when you're on a cleanse, it's like that's when I stop listening to them about nutrition. And not only that, but beans are also very anti-cancerous. They absorb extremely slowly into the bloodstream, so there's minimal insulin secretion. And the less insulin secretion, the slower your body is going to age. So this is an anti-aging concept as well as an anti-cancer concept. And also a cleansing concept to eat beans every day. So every day I get beans in my diet, whether I'm on a cleansing phase or not. They're just so important to get into your diet every day. And also, because most of the nutrition, not the nutrition, but most of the calories sort of pass through your body because of what the beans do with that coating in the intestines. That 22% protein that they have actually kicks up to, I don't remember what it is, but it's something above red meat. So the effect of beans in your diet is you're going to get more absorbable protein in your body than you would if you were eating red meat, which goes against everything of what mainstream school teaches us. So you want to get protein in your diet, skip the red meat, skip meat together, eat some beans every day. Hi Reagan, hi Marion, hi Dolores, Michelle, Dave. Gosh, it looks good. I've hardly started, just wait. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. So here's what I've got so far. The beautiful Ezekiel tortilla, the beans, the avocado spread, the cayenne pepper on it. I believe beans are alkaline. I'm sure they are. Beans are also a fruit. A very slow digesting fruit. So now I'm going to add some onion. I always eat my onions raw. When you cook onions, you pretty much kill the medicinal benefit. So, and then there's mushrooms. Mushrooms, you turn on the medicinal. Yeah, then there's mushrooms. With mushrooms, when you cook them, not overcook, but you saute them quickly, you turn on the anti-cancer properties. So you want to eat your mushrooms cooked. Onions, raw. So, slice up some onion here. Making it up as I go along. So far, nobody has any suggestions as to what you'd like to see me do. Does that mean that I'm doing so good that nobody could possibly improve upon it? Hi, Natalie. Okay, and then I want to add some greens. Greens have virtually no calories. I think you could eat a pound of dark leafy greens and it's not even 100 calories. It's probably like 50 or 60 calories or something like that. They're also the most nutrient-dense foods that you can eat. And if you're following a plant-based whole food nutritarian diets are pretty awesome. The idea behind that is you eat as little macronutrients as possible. Because macronutrients is where calories are. Fats, carbohydrates, proteins. But you want to eat as many micronutrients as possible because micronutrients don't have any calories, but that's what's holding all the vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, and things like that. So if you're being fed with mostly micronutrients, you're not getting many calories, but you're feeding your body. So weight gain is impossible. And then you turn off cancer, you turn off disease, you turn off inflammation because your body's being fed, but without calories. Also, that means that everything's going to be absorbed into the bloodstream very slowly because it's micronutrients, no calories, just nutrition. And because things are absorbed very slowly into the bloodstream, your body is not going to produce excess insulin. Therefore, you're not going to age as fast as people who do secrete insulin, excessive insulin. And then also, you're not going to get these dopamine rushes to the brain, which also creates dopamine resistance, just by eating foods that digest very slowly and focusing on a nutritarian plant-based whole food diet that absorbs slowly into the bloodstream, which results in less insulin secretion, which results in less aging over the body, which results in impossible to gain weight, and results in turning off inflammation and diseases of all stripes. It's pretty cool stuff, and is very anti-cancer. So I'm loading this up with dark leafy greens. You can eat as many dark leafy greens as you want. You cannot gain weight from it. It's impossible. All you do is turn on your body's natural healing mechanisms to reverse or prevent diseases of just about all kinds. So, I think this burrito is just about... Oh yeah, I want to sprinkle some hemp seeds on here now. Raw hemp seeds. These are really cool because it's a healthy sort of a whole food fat. There's no oils. Same thing with the avocado. Notice I didn't put avocado oil. I put a whole avocado in it. Same thing with hemp seed. I don't use oils. I use whole foods. Same with nuts and so on. When I make a salad dressing, I do not put oil in it. I'll puree up some walnuts or something. And that's how I get my fats, through whole food fat sources, because it's going to have all the fibers and everything else that's supposed to have instead of oil isolated. So this way, when it's in a whole food form, it's also really difficult to gain weight that way. And it puts it out there as energy and cleanses and so on and so forth. Clears out plaque from the arterial vessels that go to the brain. If there's any plaque buildup, it clears out plaque. It clears out your intestinal tract, your digestive system, and promotes healthy bacterial growth. So you want to avoid oils or use them very sparingly and get most of your fat, if not all of your fat, from whole food fat sources. It's really important. And the great thing about hemp seeds is that you can sprinkle them on salads, sandwiches, burritos, tacos, really cool stuff. Hey Karen. Hi Heather. Doing great so far, my groovy friend. Yummalicious. Where's the cilantro? Oh yeah, Elise. Elise, that's a good one. Unfortunately, I don't have any cilantro right now. If I did, I'd throw some on right now. And kudos to you. You're the first one to throw out a suggestion. 1 second. This is live. Not from New York. Alright, so this is going to conclude my burrito. And kudos to Elise for being the first one, so far the only one, to throw out any suggestions. I appreciate that. Hi Heidi. Okay, so the next step is to eat this beautiful burrito. And when you eat it, remember, chew your food, like Mom used to say. Because you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. And the first step in absorbing is to chew your food, break it down, and you don't swallow it until it's a nice creamy consistency. So let's take a bite out of this baby. So good. A second. I'll look and see who that was later. This is pretty good. It's not the best burrito I've made, but it is pretty damn good. And I'm happy with myself considering that this is just an impromptu, made it up as I went along sort of thing. So does anybody have any questions or any ideas you'd like to throw my way? I know I talked about a lot of stuff, but I love learning. And when I'm eating, I love thinking about what I'm doing for my body and my mind. I think it's important to make a mind connection to the food that you're eating and what it's doing medicinally. Because if the brain is consciously involved, I really believe that you're going to get more benefits from already very beneficial food. You know what I mean? Kind of like if you're at the gym and you're lifting weights and you make a mind to muscle connection on the muscle that you're working on, you're just going to get more benefit from the workout. Same thing with food. I like to make a mind connection to the food. If that makes any sense. Well, this turned out really good. And I am going to make another one after I'm done with this. But I'm going to go ahead and cut out of this video. If you guys like what you saw, TomBurkenmeyer.com is my website. Just like it's spelled here on social media, TomBurkenmeyer.com. I've got lots of recipes. I've got a video channel there if you look for that, with over 120 something videos so far, just specifically on plant-based whole food meals. A lot of them raw, a lot of them simple and don't take a lot of time, most of them. So go through it and cherry pick out of there what you'd like to try out. Hi Monica. And for those of you that love health and you love making money and merging the two, connect with me about what I've been doing for over a decade now, about adding health and money to our lives, better money than the money that we get at our jobs. And if you're interested in that, we'll do that too. Or just get the health stuff that you like. I give everything away for free And you don't have to opt in with an email address or pay for anything. You just go to my website, tomberkemeyer.com. It's all free. And just pull out of there whatever you want. And if you're interested in making money and being financially free, then for that, you want to private message me, okay? Bye for now, everybody. Take care. And I have no other words of wisdom. Not that I ever had any. Bye for now. Mwah.